Welcome back to V8 Creative and part 40 of the Ultima RS build, where you watch me build one of the world's fastest supercars. Yes, welcome back to the Dean Den and another episode. Yes, I'm in heaven. I went to a car show yesterday, saw a few Ultimas, saw lots of kit cars, and to be honest, it's spurring me on to want to get the beast on the road. So on this episode, what we're going to be focusing on is more carbon upgrades. Yep, I've been splashing the cash, and also some other fine detailing. So all that's left to say is, let's just get spannering. Another upgrade you can get on the aero package for the Ultima RS are carbon fibre dive planes, or as they're called in the racing fraternity, canards. Now these are very small lips that go either side of the front of the car, and I'll show you a picture up there. And what they do is they add aero balance to the vehicle. So if you imagine at the back, you've got that huge wing pressing the car down. At the front, we have a splitter doing the same. And these little babies, what these do is they also assist. They're very small, so it's not a huge amount. However, they just look beautiful. Well, without further ado, let's unwrap them. Wow, look at that. How can such a small piece of carbon look so good? Wow. And these are attached to the front clamshell, and I'll show you in a minute, we'll go over there, but there's two of them. And I must say, they are beautiful. They're hollow, so very, very, very light. And the fixings, of course, are supplied, and these are... and they are black dome head set screws. So let's just get over there and start drilling. Welcome to the front of my RS. And oh, this beautiful splitter. Anyway, I'm getting distracted with all this carbon. Anyway, this dive plane here sits on this front bodywork, and it just hugs it beautifully around the gel coat. Now, the position of this is determined by two heights that Ultima give you in the build manual. It's the height in this part of the bodywork here to the center of this radius, and there is another measurement at the front here. And what that does is that ensures this piece of carbon just hugs perfectly on to this gel coat. Now, the first job is to mask this up, mark up the two distances, and then what I'm going to do is drill 4 holes in this baby here, and then we're going to transpose those holes through the fiberglass. Now, I've got a mission to make. You're going to have to be listening to some background music because F1 is on, and I want to watch, well, Verstappen win yet again, of course, in Spain. And it'd be interesting to see where Alonso comes. But anyway, enough about that. Let's just get drilling.
Don't you blame me? Yeah, this feeling I've got's making me crazy, making me crazy. So I'm just gonna drive.
Now the next job I'm going to tackle is something a lot of Ultima owners don't do. And I'm very, very surprised actually. So imagine this, you're sat in the cockpit, you're surrounded by that beautifully leather trimmed roll cage. The roof lining, or so to speak roof lining, is finished in flawless satin black paint. And then you look at the inside of the doors and they've just been left gloss black gel coat. It's not really the done thing. And even worse, when you open those doors, on the inside, you can see where they've been sanded to make those perfect shut lines. So what I'm going to do now is something the factory always do on their factory built cars. We're going to take the door off, we're going to sand down the inside, give it a key, and then on the edge of the door, we're going to spray it in gel coat matching paint. And then on the inside, what we're going to do is a bit of sanding. I'll show you exactly why that's required. And then we're going to finish it in satin black. So a lot of this I'll speed up, but anyway, let's just get a bit dusty. First job, removing the door. Easy. This is why I put wing nuts in on a previous episode. First thing we do is take off the catch because we don't want to overspray this. Now Jeff drills these holes perfectly during the body pre-fit, so they're not slotted, so you don't have to worry about losing adjustment. Always a good tip when you're taking fasteners off, pop them in a little pot together so they don't get lost. All the sanding done, that was pretty straightforward. I put a nice radius on this return here. Also what I've done is I learned with my old GTR, I put a nice radius on this inside lip because if that's left sharp, it flipping hurts when you close that door. Anyway, so I put a key on it. You saw me using brake cleaner, that was just to get most of the dust off, and I'll do that again before I spray. So what I need to do now is mask basically the front of the door, everything that's white, and then what we're going to do is concentrate on the edge of the door. Okay, let's get to it.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. To the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. We get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Feel the air get thinner. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us.
And here we are, all sprayed. It's still masked up and it's still a bit tacky, so I'm waiting for it to dry off and then we can fit it back to the car. But as we can see here, don't know if you can see that, the edge is gloss white, perfect, and then this is a satin black. Now what we're going to do...
You get everybody staring for days. All they see is just a young, pretty face. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. Don't matter how much time it will take. But there's something you're trying to hide. There's something you're keeping inside. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. Don't matter how much time it will take. I just can't give up.
My next activity for the day is installing the brake ducts. And as you can see here, they sit just in there like so. And the idea of these is they are to provide cooling to these monster AP brakes. So as you can see here, we have an exit, and what we can do is then put a convoluted tube onto this and direct it into the rotors. But what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to connect these carbon fibre beauties, and then this nose area will be fully carboned out. So the way this is done is I first mask off this area here, the pylon for the nose, and then there are two set screws that we pop in here. Have to drill 2 holes, thread them, and then it's all done. Let's get on with it. Now, there's a recess on the bottom which sits on this little lip here. So we go down, and then it wants to sit like so. I'm going to get the other side and draw a line. And there we have it. My brake ducts in place. Got a little sweaty doing that, yes. I had a lot of bending over and drilling and tapping those tiny little holes, which you've got to be really careful of. But anyway, the brake ducts are in place, and I must say they look pretty menacing. Whether I'm going to put convoluted tubing in or not, I don't know. I'll leave that to a later date, but it is an option I would go for if I was you, if you're thinking, shall I, shan't I? But anyway, all that's done, and that's pretty much it for this episode. I think with all this heat, me being on holiday, I think I deserve to put my feet up with Rufus and have a beer. So until next time, thank you for watching. Really appreciate your support. And all I can say is keep smiling and enjoy your spannering.